Let me tell you something. Your brain is the most sophisticated tool you'll ever own, but like any high-performance machine, it needs the right fuel to operate at its best. Think of it this way: you wouldn't put cheap, low-grade fuel into a high-end sports car, would you? No way. You'd want the finest fuel to get the best performance out of that machine. Well, your brain works the same way. If you're feeding it junk processed foods, sugar-loaded snacks, and empty calories, you're going to feel sluggish, foggy, and tired. But when you start giving your brain the premium fuel it needs, everything changes. Now, what kind of fuel am I talking about? I'm talking about foods rich in healthy fats, proteins, and antioxidants. Picture this: your morning starts with a handful of almonds, some fresh berries, or maybe even a green smoothie packed with spinach, kale, or avocado. These foods don't just nourish your body, they feed your brain at a cellular level. Healthy fats like those in avocados and nuts act like rocket fuel for your brain, helping it function more efficiently. They support the growth of new neurons and improve cognitive functions like memory and focus. Then there's protein. Protein isn't just for building muscles. Your brain relies on it to produce neurotransmitters, those chemicals that control mood, concentration, and alertness. Eggs, lean meats, and legumes are powerful brain boosters because they keep you sharp and clear-headed throughout the day. And don't forget the antioxidants. Foods like berries, dark chocolate, and leafy greens are loaded with antioxidants that help fight off oxidative stress, which damages brain cells. Think of it as cleaning up the junk that's been building up in your brain so it can work faster, more efficiently, and with greater clarity. The point is, what you feed your body directly impacts how you think, how you feel, and how you perform. When you start fueling yourself with the right foods, you'll notice the difference. Your mind will be sharper, your focus will be clearer, and your energy will be off the charts. And that, my friends, is the key to unlocking your brain's true power. So take charge of what you put into your body. Treat your brain like the powerhouse it is and watch how it transforms your life. Listen, energy is everything. You want more energy? You've got to move. I'm not talking about some casual stroll here. I mean real movement that fires up your body and your mind. Let me tell you something: your body is designed to move. It's built for action. And when you stay still, when you sit around all day, your energy levels drop, your mood dips, and your mind starts to fog over. But the moment you get up, the moment you start moving, everything changes. You don't have to spend hours in the gym to feel the impact. Even a 30-minute walk, a quick jog, or some light stretching can transform how you feel. Why? Because physical movement releases endorphins, those powerful chemicals in your brain that make you feel good. Endorphins are like your body's natural energy boosters. They elevate your mood, reduce stress, and help you think more clearly. Ever notice how after a workout, even if it was tough, you feel like you can take on the world? That's the power of movement. But it doesn't stop there. When you move your body, you're not just building physical strength, you're boosting your brain power too. Exercise increases blood flow to your brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that help your brain cells function at their peak. It sharpens your focus, enhances memory, and even stimulates the growth of new brain cells. That's right, when you exercise, you're literally making your brain stronger. And here's the thing: the energy you put out comes right back to you. The more you move, the more energy you create. It's like a cycle. Your body feeds your mind, and your mind feeds your body. Your mind feeds your body. You'll find yourself more productive, more creative, and more focused. You'll walk into every challenge with a new sense of clarity and drive. So if you want to be at the top of your game mentally and physically, start by moving. Don't wait for the energy to come to you. Create it. Take that walk, hit the gym, do some yoga, whatever it is that gets you moving. The point is, movement fuels the mind, and when your mind is sharp, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Let me tell you something critical that most people completely underestimate: sleep. I know what you're thinking: I'll sleep when I'm dead, or I've got too much to do. Sleep is for the lazy, but here's the truth: if you're not giving your brain the rest it needs, you're running empty. You're not performing at your peak, you're not making smart decisions, and you're definitely not reaching your full potential. When you sleep, your brain goes to work. It's like a high-level cleaning crew that comes in when you're off the clock. It organizes your thoughts, strengthens your memories, repairs cells, and clears out all the waste built up from your day. Let's imagine going a whole day without cleaning up your workspace papers everywhere, tools scattered around, chaos. How would you function? That's exactly what happens to your brain when you skip sleep. It can't function properly in the mess. Now let's talk performance. Whether you're building a business, chasing a dream, or simply trying to get through the day with clarity, you need that mental edge. Sleep is where that edge is sharpened. Those 7 to 8 hours aren't a luxury, they're a requirement. It's during sleep that your brain locks in what you've learned, repairs damaged cells, and prepares for the challenges ahead. You wake up sharper, more focused, and ready to attack the day. When you're sleep deprived, your ability to think clearly is compromised. You make more mistakes, your reaction times are slower, and your mood takes a hit. You know those days when everything seems harder and you're easily irritated. That's your brain waving a big red flag, telling you it needs more rest. And here's the kicker: getting quality sleep isn't just about the hours, it's about the depth of rest. You want deep, uninterrupted sleep so your brain can go through its cycles, each one vital for optimizing your performance. The key is creating a routine, shut off the screens, wind down, and get into a rhythm that primes your brain to rest deeply. Bottom line, don't skip sleep. It's not a weakness, it's a power move. Treat your sleep like you treat your most important meetings or your biggest goals, non-negotiable. When you prioritize rest, you're fueling your brain to work smarter, harder, and faster. And when you do that, you'll wake up each day ready to crush whatever comes your way. Here's the deal: your brain is like a muscle. And just like any muscle in your body, it needs to be challenged and exercised if you want it to grow stronger. The problem is, too many people let their brains coast through life. They stick to the same routines, the same tasks, the same ways of thinking, and wonder why they're not reaching new levels. If you want to get more out of your mind, you've got to challenge it every single day. Think of it this way: when you lift weights, what happens? You're breaking down muscle fibers, right? And when they repair, they come back stronger. The same thing happens with your brain. When you push it to learn new things, solve problems, or think creatively, you're forcing it to adapt, to grow. And that growth translates into better memory, sharper focus, and faster thinking. But here's the kicker: you can't expect your brain to improve if you're always staying in your comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen when you're comfortable, it happens when you're challenged. That's why you need to feed your brain with new, stimulating activities every single day. Read books that expand your mind. Dive into subjects you've never explored before. Take up a new hobby. Learn a new language, or solve puzzles that force you to think differently. Do something every day that makes your brain work harder than it did yesterday. Now, I'm not saying it'll be easy. Growth is never easy. Growth is never easy. You're going to feel frustrated at times. You're going to hit walls where you think, I can't do this, but guess what? That's exactly where the magic happens. When you push through those barriers, your brain adapts and evolves. Suddenly, things that once seemed difficult become second nature. You'll start noticing how fast you can connect ideas, how quickly you solve problems, and how much sharper your memory becomes. And here's a secret most people miss: learning never stops. The most successful people on the planet, the ones who dominate their industries and change the world, are lifelong learners. They never stop challenging their minds, never stop growing, never stop growing, never stop reaching for more. They understand that the minute you stop learning, you start falling behind. So if you want to take your brain power to the next level, you've got to commit to learning something new every single day. Step outside your mental comfort zone. Seek out challenges. Push yourself to think bigger, smarter, faster. Because the truth is, the only limit to your mind's potential is the limits you set on it. Keep challenging it and watch what happens. You'll unlock a level of mental clarity and focus that you never thought possible. Let me share something powerful with you. Your mind is wired to focus on what's wrong. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain is constantly scanning for threats, for problems, for things that could go wrong. That's great if you're out in the wild trying to avoid danger, but in everyday life, this negative bias can hold you back in a huge way. Here's the truth: if you let your mind dwell on the negative, you'll always find something wrong. You'll always feel like something is missing no matter how much you've achieved. But guess what? You have the power to rewire your brain, to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. And it all starts with gratitude. This isn't just some feel-good, positive thinking stuff. This is real, it's practical, and it's powerful. Because when you practice gratitude daily, you're training your brain to look for the good in your life. You're literally rewiring the neural pathways to focus on abundance, not lack. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you think about? Is it the stress of the day ahead? The challenges you're facing? If it is, you're setting yourself up for a day filled with anxiety and frustration. But if instead you start your day by focusing on what you're grateful for, you set a completely different tone. Gratitude is like a mental reset button. It grounds you, it centers you, and it reminds you of what's going right. Here's what I want you to do every single morning before you do anything else. Take a moment to list 3 things you're grateful for. I don't care how small or big they are. It could be your health, your family, the opportunities in front of you, or even something as simple as the sun shining outside. When you make this a habit, you'll start noticing how much good there really is in your life. And it doesn't stop there. When you practice gratitude, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals. You actually start to feel happier, more positive, and more motivated. It's like a ripple effect. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, the more good things you'll attract into your life. Your relationships will improve, your outlook will shift, and you'll approach challenges with a mindset of opportunity rather than fear. Gratitude is more than just a nice thought, it's a strategy. It's a way to keep your brain from spiraling into negativity and self-doubt. It's your tool to cultivate a mindset of abundance, of joy, and of relentless positivity no matter what's happening around you. Because when you're grateful, even in the tough times, you're telling your brain that you're in control, that you're choosing to focus on the good, and that you trust better things are on their way. So start today, make gratitude a daily habit. Write it down, say it out loud, share it with others, whatever works for you, but do it consistently. You'll be amazed at how quickly it transforms your mind, your attitude, and ultimately your life. Let me tell you something, your brain is a goal-seeking machine. It's built to solve problems, to create, to make things happen. But here's the thing, most people drift through life without giving their brain clear instructions. As they wake up, go through the motions, and wonder why they're not moving forward. If you're not giving your brain a target, it's like driving a car with no destination. You'll go around in circles, burn a lot of fuel, and never get anywhere meaningful. Now let me break it down for you. Goals are your brain's GPS. When you set a specific, clear goal, your brain locks onto it like a missile. It starts working behind the scenes, connecting the dots, finding solutions, and driving you toward that outcome. You might even realize it, but your subconscious mind is always looking for ways to move you closer to your goal. But here's the catch, you've got to be crystal clear about what you want. Vague goals lead to vague results. So what's the key? Write down your goals, not just once a year, not just in your head. I'm talking about writing them down every single day. You want your brain to wake up every morning knowing exactly what you're aiming for. This isn't just about motivation, it's about wiring your brain to take action, to find opportunities, and to stay focused on the prize. But writing them down is only the beginning. Here's where the magic happens. You've got to visualize your success. You've got to see yourself achieving that goal in vivid detail. Close your eyes and imagine it like it's already happened. How does it feel? What are you wearing? What are people saying to you? The more real you make it in your mind, the more your brain believes it's possible. And when your brain believes something is possible, it starts working overtime to make it a reality. This isn't some wishful thinking. Science backs this up. When you visualize success, your brain activates the same neural networks that it would if you were actually doing the thing. It's like a mental rehearsal. And the more you rehearse, the better you perform when it's time to take action. Athletes do this all the time. They see themselves winning before they even step onto the field. And when they get there, their brain has already been through the motions. But it doesn't stop at visualization. You've got to take action. Goals without action are just dreams. Your brain can't do it all on its own. It needs you to move, to execute, to put in the work. The clearer your goals and the stronger your vision, the more momentum you build and the more unstoppable you become. And here's the thing: when you hit one goal, set another. Keep raising the bar. Keep raising the bar. Keep giving your brain new challenges, new heights to reach. This keeps you growing, evolving, and moving forward. Complacency is the enemy of success, so don't settle. Your brain thrives when it's chasing something meaningful, something that excites you. So don't wait for life to give you what you want. Set your goals, visualize your success, and take massive action. When you give your brain a clear destination and believe in the outcome, you'll be amazed at how fast things start happening. The opportunities, the breakthroughs, the results, they all come when you decide to take control of your mind and direct it toward the life you truly want. Let's talk about something that's silently robbing you of your potential every single day: distractions. And in today's world, those distractions are coming at you from every angle: your phone, social media, emails, notifications, you name it. You're constantly bombarded with information, and if you're not careful, your brain becomes a battlefield of noise. You wake up with the best intentions, but by the end of the day, you wonder where your time went, why you didn't get anything meaningful done. Here's the hard truth: every time you get distracted, every time you stop what you're doing to check that text or scroll through your feed, you're stealing energy from your brain, you're breaking its focus, and focus is the key to peak performance. Studies show that it takes the brain up to 25 minutes to refocus after an interruption. Imagine how much time you're losing in a day by letting distractions control you. That's time you'll never get back. If you want to boost your brain power, if you want to unlock your highest potential, you've got to take back control of your focus. And that starts with eliminating or managing your digital distractions. Let me break it down for you. Your phone is one of the biggest culprits. You've got notifications popping up all day long: texts, emails, likes, comments. It's a constant stream of interruptions. Every time you check that phone, you're shifting your attention away from what really matters. You're telling your brain that the trivial things are more important than your goals, your growth, and your success. So here's what you do: create boundaries. Set specific times during the day when you check your phone or handle emails, and outside of those times, turn off the notifications. That's right, turn them off. When you're working, when you're creating, when you're focused on a task, your brain needs undivided attention. You'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish when you give yourself uninterrupted blocks of time to work. But it's not just about your phone, it's the constant media consumption too. We live in a world where information is always within reach, but too much information can overwhelm your brain. News, social media, videos, they're all competing for your attention. And the more you let your brain jump from one thing to the next, the harder it becomes to focus on anything meaningful. The solution? Disconnect intentionally. Create time every day when you step away from the digital world. Take time to just think, to reflect, to do deep work without the constant interruptions. This is where your best ideas come from, where your creativity flows, and where your brain can operate at its full potential. When you give your brain space to focus deeply, you enter a state of flow. And that's where the magic happens, where everything clicks, where you're completely immersed in what you're doing and time seems to disappear. And don't underestimate the power of meaningful face-to-face interactions. So many people are glued to their screens that they've forgotten the importance of real human connection. When you take time to engage with people, to have conversations without distractions, you not only strengthen your relationships, but also give your brain the emotional and intellectual stimulation it needs. Remember this: your focus is your greatest asset. Protect it. Guard it fiercely. Because what you focus on grows. If you let distractions run your day, you'll never get the results you want. But if you take control, eliminate the noise, and give your brain the space it needs to think deeply and act decisively, you'll unlock levels of productivity and creativity you didn't even know were possible. So start today. Take back your focus, manage your distractions, and watch how quickly your brain responds, giving you more clarity, more energy, and more success than you ever imagined. Let me tell you something that most people overlook: your brain needs downtime. In this hustle culture, we're constantly bombarded with the message that we've got to keep grinding, pushing harder, doing more. But here's the truth: if you don't give your brain time to rest and recharge, you'll hit a wall. And I'm not talking about sleep, although that's crucial too. I'm talking about intentional breaks throughout your day, time when you step away from the grind to let your mind reset. Think about this: your brain is like a high-performance engine. It can run fast and hard, but even the best engines overheat if you don't give them time to cool down. And when your brain is overloaded, when you've been working non-stop, jumping from task to task, it starts to lose efficiency. Your focus slips, your creativity dries up, and even your decision-making gets worse. You might be working longer, but you're not working smarter. Here's the solution: strategic breaks. The most productive, high-performing people on the planet know that taking breaks isn't a sign of laziness, it's a sign of mastery. You need to give your brain time to process, to reflect, and to recharge. This isn't just about avoiding burnout, it's about unlocking higher levels of performance. When you take short, intentional breaks, you're actually allowing your brain to come back stronger, sharper, and more focused. There's science behind this too. Studies show that the brain can only focus intensely for about 90 minutes at a time. After that, it starts to fatigue. This is where breaks come in. By stepping away, whether it's for a 10-minute walk, some deep breathing, or simply stretching, you're giving your brain the reset it needs to operate at peak levels again. It's like hitting the refresh button on your mind. And it's not just about physical breaks. Sometimes your brain needs mental breaks too. You've got to give it time to wander, to daydream, to explore thoughts that aren't tied to a task or a deadline. You might think that daydreaming is wasted time, but guess what? That's when some of your best ideas come to life. When you give your brain room to breathe, it taps into its creative reserves. It connects ideas that seemed unrelated before. That's when innovation happens, when breakthroughs come, and when you start thinking outside the box. But here's the key: you've got to be intentional about it. Schedule your breaks. Build them into your routine. Don't wait until you're completely drained to step away. Be proactive. Every 60 to 90 minutes, step away from your work. Take a walk, meditate, grab some fresh air, whatever it takes to reset your mind. You'll find that when you come back, you're more focused, more energized, and ready to tackle the next challenge with renewed clarity. And let me tell you, this isn't just about avoiding stress. It's about tapping into your brain's full potential. When you allow it to rest and recover, you're not just maintaining your energy, you're unlocking new levels of creativity and problem solving. Some of the greatest minds in history understood this. People like Einstein and Edison were known for taking time to daydream and let their minds wander. They weren't running on empty, they were recharging so they could come back with fresh perspectives and groundbreaking ideas. So, don't buy into the myth that success means working nonstop. Success comes from working smarter, not harder. And working smarter means knowing to push and when to push and when to push and when to pull back. It means giving your brain the breaks it needs to recover and come back stronger. So start taking those strategic pauses today. You'll be amazed at how much more productive, creative, and focused you become when you allow your brain the time it needs to recharge. Let me hit you with something that most people don't fully understand. Your brain thrives on routine. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of routine that makes your life boring or predictable. I'm talking about the kind of structure that creates freedom, the kind of habits that free up your mental energy so you can focus on the things that really matter. Because here's the truth: willpower is limited, but habits are automatic. If you're constantly relying on willpower to get things done, eventually you're going to burn out. But when you build the right habits, it's like putting your brain on autopilot for success. Think about this: every single decision you make throughout the day, what to wear, what to eat, when to start working, uses up a little bit of your mental energy. By the time you hit the afternoon, you're already mentally exhausted just from making all those small choices. This is why so many people struggle to stay productive. They've wasted their brain power on things that could have been automatic. But when you have strong habits in place, you take the guesswork out of your day. You conserve that mental energy for the big, important decisions, the ones that move the needle in your life. Let me give you an example. Think of someone like Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg. They wore the same outfit every day. Why? Because they didn't want to waste time or energy on trivial decisions like what to wear. Now, I'm not saying you need to wear the same clothes every day, but you do need to build habits that streamline your day. Start with a strong morning routine. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and immediately dive into distractions, checking your phone, scrolling through social media, you're handing over your brain's power before the day even begins. But if you start with intention, whether it's exercise, meditation, journaling, or planning your day, you're setting yourself up for success. You're priming your brain for focus, clarity, and productivity. And this isn't just about the morning. Throughout your day, successful routines can keep you on track. When do you work best? When are you most creative? Align your toughest tasks with the times when your brain is naturally at its peak. And just as importantly, create routines around rest and recovery. It's not just about working hard, it's about knowing when to pause, when to recharge, so you can come back even stronger. Here's the key to making habits stick: start small and be consistent. Too many people try to overhaul their entire routine overnight, and then they wonder why they can't keep it up. Your brain doesn't like massive changes all at once. It likes consistency, predictability. So start with one habit at a time. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to exercise. Maybe it's setting a timer for focused work blocks. Whatever it is, do it consistently until it becomes automatic. Once that habit is locked in, stack another on top of it. This is called habit stacking. You build one success on top of another until you've created a powerful routine that drives your day forward without you even thinking about it. And the best part, once these habits are in place, they free up your brain to focus on the big things, your dreams, your goals, your vision. You'll stop wasting mental energy on trivial decisions, and you'll start directing your full brain power toward the things that matter most. This is how you achieve massive results without burning out, by putting your success on autopilot through powerful routines and habits. So ask yourself, what habits do you need to put in place to set yourself up for success? What routines can you create that will free up your brain to focus on what really matters? Start today. Build those habits. Because when your brain is on autopilot for success, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Let's dive into something incredibly powerful: the impact of your environment on your brain. You see, most people underestimate how much their surroundings influence their thoughts, emotions, and ultimately their actions. Your environment is a reflection of your mind, and if you want to boost your brain power, you've got to create an environment that fosters focus, creativity, and success. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about creating a space that energizes and inspires you. Think about it: when you walk into a cluttered, chaotic space, what do you feel? Overwhelmed, right? That chaos seeps into your mind and disrupts your ability to think clearly. But when you step into a clean, organized environment, it's like a breath of fresh air. You feel lighter, more focused, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. Your brain craves order, it craves clarity. So if you want to maximize your mental capacity, start by decluttering your space. Get rid of the unnecessary distractions that drain your energy. But it's not just about physical clutter. Your environment includes the people you surround yourself with. Are they uplifting, motivating, or are they draining? Your brain is highly sensitive to the energy of those around you. When you're surrounded by positive-driven individuals, it's like being on a high-frequency wavelength. You'll find that their energy rubs off on you, sparking creativity, inspiration, and motivation. But if you're constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or pessimism, it can seriously weigh you down and cloud your mind. So choose your environment wisely. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you to be better, who push you to grow. Find communities that uplift you and share your vision. When you're part of a tribe that's all about growth and success, it propels you forward. You feed off each other's energy. And that collective drive creates an atmosphere where everyone thrives. Now let's talk about creating a physical environment that supports your brain's performance. This means optimizing your workspace for productivity. Make it a place where you can focus without distractions. Set it up in a way that sparks your creativity. Use colors that energize you, keep things organized, and eliminate anything that pulls your attention away from your goals. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about setting the stage for your mind to flourish. And don't forget about the power of nature. Studies show that being in nature can significantly reduce stress, improve your mood, and enhance cognitive function. If you can, incorporate elements of nature into your environment. This could be as simple as adding plants to your workspace, taking your meetings outside, or finding time to walk in a park. Nature has a way of rejuvenating your mind, clearing out the mental clutter, and bringing clarity to your thoughts. Finally, consider your digital environment. In this age of information overload, what you consume online has a profound impact on your brain. If you're constantly scrolling through negative news, toxic social media, or overwhelming amounts of information, it can lead to anxiety and mental fatigue. Curate your digital space. Follow accounts that inspire you, engage with content that uplifts you, and be intentional about what you allow into your mind. The truth is, your environment shapes your reality. If you want to elevate your brain power, you've got to create a space that supports your goals, fosters positivity, and encourages growth. It's time to take a hard look at your surroundings, both physical and social, and make the necessary changes to build an environment that energizes and empowers you. So when you do this, you'll find that your brain operates at a higher level, you think more clearly, and you're better equipped to pursue your dreams. Start today. Transform your environment and watch how quickly your life changes for the better. Let's dive deeper into the profound influence of your environment on your brain and how you can leverage this knowledge to unlock your full potential. This isn't just about physical spaces or the people you hang out with. It's about every aspect of your surroundings and how they shape your thoughts, emotions, and actions. First, let's talk about organization. When your environment is chaotic, your mind becomes chaotic. Imagine sitting down to work in a cluttered space filled with unfinished tasks, piles of papers, and distractions everywhere you look. It's overwhelming, and it can drain your energy before you even start. On the other hand, when your space is organized and intentional, you create a sense of calm. This clarity allows your brain to focus on what matters instead of being sidetracked by distractions. Start by clearing your workspace. Get rid of anything that doesn't serve your goals. This could mean decluttering your desk, organizing files, or even cleaning out your digital space, your computer, desktop, and email inbox. When everything has its place and is easily accessible, you'll find that your mind is clearer, allowing you to concentrate on your work. This simple act of organization can be a game changer. Now let's shift gears and talk about lighting. The right lighting can drastically affect your mood and energy levels. Natural light is a powerful tool for enhancing productivity and cognitive function. It boosts your mood, increases alertness, and even regulates your circadian rhythms. If you have access to natural light in your workspace, utilize it to your advantage. Position your desk near windows or take breaks outside to soak up the sun. If natural light isn't an option, invest in good quality lighting that mimics natural daylight. Avoid harsh fluorescence that can drain your energy and create a stressful atmosphere. Soft, warm lighting can create a calming environment conducive to deep work and creativity. Let's also discuss the power of color. The colors in your environment can evoke different emotions and affect your mindset. For instance, blue is often associated with calm and focus, making it an excellent choice for workspaces. Yellow can stimulate creativity and energy, while green is known for its soothing effects. Consider how you can incorporate these colors into your environment, whether through paint, decor, or even the clothing you wear. By surrounding yourself with colors that align with your goals and aspirations, you can create a more supportive atmosphere for your mind to thrive. Now, we can't ignore the impact of sound. Noise can be a major distraction, but the right sounds can enhance your focus and productivity. If you work best in silence, create a quiet space where you can dive into your tasks without interruptions. If you find silence distracting, consider using ambient sounds, white noise, or music that helps you concentrate. Research shows that certain types of music, like classical or instrumental tracks, can boost cognitive performance. Experiment with different soundscapes to find what works best for you. Next, let's explore the significance of rituals in your environment. Having a consistent routine can signal to your brain that it's time to switch into focus mode. So whether it's a morning ritual that sets the tone for your day or a pre-work routine that gets you into the right mindset, rituals create a sense of predictability that can boost your brain's performance. Think about what rituals you can incorporate into your daily life. It could be as simple as lighting a candle, doing a few minutes of deep breathing, or setting a timer for focused work sessions. These small acts can transform your environment into a productivity powerhouse. Now let's circle back to the people you surround yourself with. The right relationships can elevate your mindset and motivate you to strive for greatness. Engage with those who inspire you, who challenge your thinking, and who support your goals. This could be through networking events, workshops, or even joining mastermind groups. The energy of like-minded individuals can create a powerful ripple effect in your life. When you're part of a community that pushes you to grow, you'll find yourself achieving things you never thought possible. But what about the negative influences in your environment? It's crucial to recognize toxic relationships or environments that drain your energy and dampen your spirit. This could be friends who are constantly negative, family members who don't support your ambitions, or workplaces that stifle creativity. Be honest with yourself. Are these influences worth the toll they take on your mental and emotional well-being? Sometimes creating a supportive environment means making tough choices, setting boundaries, or distancing yourself from those who don't align with your vision for success. Lastly, let's talk about nature. The natural world is a powerful ally in enhancing your brain's performance. Studies show that spending time in nature reduces stress, boosts mood, and improves cognitive function. If you can, incorporate nature into your daily routine. Take walks in the park, go for hikes, or simply sit outside during your breaks. Even bringing plants into your workspace can have a positive effect. They not only purify the air, but also create a more inviting and calming atmosphere. In summary, your environment is a crucial factor in determining your brain's performance. By creating a space that is organized, inspiring, and supportive, you unlock the door to higher levels of focus, creativity, and success. Take control of your surroundings, both physical and social, and watch how it transforms your mindset and propels you toward your goals. The journey to maximizing your brain power begins with your environment, so make it one that empowers you to thrive.